Hey everybody, this is Brent, Central Arkansas. I've got another microgreens grow for you. This time it's chia. Before we get to that grow, I want to talk to you a little bit about what's going on with the things that I sell. I have put a pause on creating kits, both lettuce and microgreen kits. I'm just exhausted. I've been doing it for some time now and it's just taken up so much of my time, so I'm going to give it a little break. I will pick it up again probably mid to late September. I'm sorry about that, but I will continue to sell screens and antifungal. You can see how to order that below in the description of the video. So let's get on to the video. Hey everybody, it's Brent, Central Arkansas. We're going to do another grow. This time we're going to use Chia Black from True Leaf Market, otherwise known as Mountain Valley Seed. It's a pretty looking seed. This is a mucilage seed and I need to prepare it before we grow it on the screen. I'm going to remove the mucilage. I'm going to show you what the difference in weight is post-dried, post-mucilage removal, compared to the start. It was 30, I think it was 30 grams, 30.1, 30.9, something like that. So we'll tear that off, away to the cup, and this is the seed now. Look at that. It's almost exactly where it was. So that's, if I remember right, basil was the same way. Alright, we're going to grow chia. That's my air conditioner going, by the way. Sorry about that noise, but it gets warm in here. I need the air conditioner. It's a little bitty thing, but it works pretty good. So the first thing we're going to do with the chia is we're going to spray the small screen over the mesh tray, just like so. That's antifungal. And we're going to spread the seed. I'll try to do this in real time for you. This is the benefit of drying it out a little bit, so that you can spread it. Get all 30 grams on here. We'll start out with a little light coat. Make sure I get it across all the screen before I run out. And then we'll come back and do a little denser. Because 30 grams is a good bit of seed. Like I always do, to grow densely. Why do 2 or 3 trays when you can do it with 1 tray? Plus the density also helps with supporting the microgreens. They can lean on each other. There's several reasons. Saves a lot of space. Okay, that's everything. Now we've got the seed on there. We're going to spray it with antifungal again on the top, and that's going to wet the seed thoroughly. And that's it for that. Now we're going to put it on assembly with a cover and a blackout dough. There it is in the second generation assembly, which uses a 1-inch tray most of the time. Let's put the cover on here. This is a 1/2-inch cover. It weighs 4 pounds. It serves as both the cover to lock in the moisture and the weight, which helps even the grow, lock in moisture, and remove holes. That's the point of the cover. Now I'll put a 2-inch blackout dome on. And there you go. 2-inch dome on, everything's in place. I'll bring you back as we grow. This is chia the very next day, 24 hours later, maybe even a little less. Look at that sprouting, it's phenomenal. Gonna hit it with the antifungal and put the cover back on, and we'll come back tomorrow. You can see with the chia that it's starting to lift up the cover now. Look at all the holes on there. Alright, I'm going to take the cover off because I know I have good roots now, and a lot of the seed holes are already off. So we usually at this point we take the cover off and we put just the blackout dome on so it can get taller. Here's the chia. It looks very confused. It don't know how to find the light. Somewhere outside the dome here, got a little bit of light, but it's all over because of just that very reason. Now it's exposed to the light, I expect it to straighten up. Chia today. Chia. It's really time to harvest this, but it's evening and I have family from in town, so hopefully we'll get to this tomorrow. It is chia harvest day. Look at those beautiful, beautiful microgreens. Hey everybody, it's time to harvest the chia. Now I grew chia only because I've never done it. And there's probably a reason why people don't grow chia regularly and you don't see a lot of microgreens for it. I'll go ahead and do a taste test for you, as a matter of fact, right now while we're on the subject of it. They don't taste good. Yuck. Okay, so I did it and I tasted it and I don't recommend it, but we're going to harvest it anyway because there's somebody out there that definitely wants to grow these and they may want to market it as well. There may be people that actually like this. I don't prefer it, so this will be probably the one and only time that I'll grow chia. Well, you know the variety, it was at the beginning of the video. So I'm going to harvest it like I typically do by removing the screen, then I'm going to hang it over the edge here, and then we'll do a quick harvest into that little clear container I've got there. Now this is what it looks like on most of the microgreens when I pull it out. It's a carpet and it's really neat and it clings to the screen, and you can harvest it in various ways, lots of different ways. It's all very, very clean because there's no soil, and that's why I can pull it out like this and do this sort of thing with it, manipulate it. And because I can do that, the product is always going to look really, really clean. In fact, it is really, really clean. And it can be manipulated in several different ways for harvesting or whatever. And I'm going to show you a somewhat quick way to harvest right now. I'll do it in real time since we're using an electric knife. And I'll move this container over. Now, I can't remember if I think I have done it this way before. So I'm going to do it in real time. I know if I did this regularly, I would get better at it, and that's just not what I do. I don't sell them, so. Okay, we get the top part first, and then we'll go down. And we'll flip it over. Normally I speed up this part, but I'm going to because of the electric knife, like I mentioned, it's quick enough that I hope you guys can endure it. I could have hung it upside down on the rack here like I've done a few times, but the amount above the tray is, I would sacrifice a lot of microgreens is what I'm saying with this grow. Okay, that's it. And what you have here is a nice fluffy amount of greens here. It's pretty substantial. It's not very heavy. We'll find out how much it weighs. So you're looking at my chest while I'm talking, so that's not good camera work. But before I sit down and talk some more, I want to show you what the screen looks like, because one of the common questions I get is, growing as dense as I do I get mold and do I get disease or anything like that? And most of the time, I don't have any of those issues. I would say 99% of the time. Well, not 99% of the time. That's probably a little bit false. I would say greater than 90% for sure. It's almost never, if I'm being absolutely honest. So I'm going to bring you in here to look at this. The carpet looks really cool, the trimmed carpet, and there's definitely nothing on it. Of course, I knew that going into the harvest because the microgreens look so good. And when the microgreens look really good, I know that there's nothing wrong with it. So I'm coming around. I'm going to plop this in front of you. And I'm going to go somewhat slow. You can slow it down if you want to look in greater detail. The thing I like about this is right here. See that? That's right. You don't see hardly anything. And that is why I prefer to grow this way. It's because I don't have to deal with a mess of soil or cocoa or anything else. And it's always pristine. And I think because of the method, I can grow a lot more densely. It's either that or people just aren't growing densely for some reason, whatever that may be. So I've mentioned this so many times about how easy it is to clean this screen. And I keep thinking I don't need to do it anymore, but the thing is, a lot of you guys tune in at this grow and you haven't seen many or if any of the others, so I get the question, obviously the reason why I'm getting the question of how hard are they to clean. And I feel like saying, I've done so many videos on them, man, can't you just watch another video? But I know that's not the way life works. Some of you, a lot of you, are going to come in on this at the time of this particular harvest. So it comes off really easily, and I've got a tool. You can look at basil or what's another one, fennel, maybe even beet, where I clean the screen pretty thoroughly. But you can use, after you get the majority off, just shoot it with a hose with a stream and get some of it off, and then you just scrape it. Comes off real easy. So, alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this into, I'll just do it for you right now. Why not? Keep going, right? Do it in real time. This will give you an idea of about how long it would take you to do a harvest, minus you guys talking to someone else like I'm doing with the camera, which will hopefully equate to a whole lot of you guys out there watching it. So I'm going to put this over in the tray, and then I'm going to focus the camera on the weigh-in. Alright, this is a typical weigh-in. What I do here is I turn the scale on. I put a glass on it. The purpose of the glass is to elevate this tray here and allow you to see the screen. If I didn't have the glass, whoops, sorry about bumping the camera, you can't see the screen. So that's why we do this. We put this on here. Get the camera back to where you can see the screen. Then we'll put an empty tray on, the same exact one that the microgreens are in, and we zero it out. That means when we put the tray on there of microgreens, it's going to be nothing but the weight of the microgreens itself. See that you can see that. Alright, I think you can see that. That is 14.8 ounces. It's almost a pound. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good weight for this light of a microgreen. I actually didn't expect it to weigh that much. 422 grams. What did I say? 14.8? 422 grams, 14.9 ounces, almost 15 ounces. So nearly a pound. An ounce off from a pound. Okay, one of the things I don't talk about is the lack of seeds with the way I harvest and the way I grow too. And I'm going to move this around for you a little bit. One of the most annoying things for microgreen growers, as they've expressed themselves on their channels, is the fact that there's so many seeds and everything. Well, the way I grow takes a lot of that out. I mean, you don't hardly see any seeds in here, and in fact it would not even be worth trying to get the seed out of there. There's so little in there that whatever customer you're serving will be happy with the lack of seeds. So in other words, it's one less thing you got to do, one less thing you have to worry about. I'm always really good without seeds because of the way I harvest. You saw the way I harvested over there. That's one thing, plus the density that I grow it. The seed is a lot of times trapped in the remaining little bit of stems that are attached to the screen, and in a lot of cases the holes are rubbed off by the cover itself. So a lot of these, you've probably even seen in this very video, that a lot of the seed holes were removed off of the cover and scraped off into, well, let's just say the compost pile. This is Brent, you guys. I really enjoyed this grow. Don't like the taste of it, but maybe you do. Tell me what you think. We'll see you later.